Hi guys, welcome back to the Boing Bookshelf. Today I'm going to review Hollow Heathens by Nicole. Guys, I want to butcher her last name. We're just going to call her Nicole F. Right there. I'll put her last name in the descriptions, obviously. But anyways, so I read the book on ebook, so I don't have the book on me. I think it came out last year or this year. Can't remember. But I found it on Kindle Unlimited, so it's an unlimited book. And the cover is what drew my attention. It was really pretty, but it's a gothic fantasy romance, and it was actually really freaking good. Like, I really didn't know what to expect going into it. For one, I've never read anything by this author. But I liked the description of it. The cover was really pretty, so I definitely was the reason why I grabbed it. But so it follows it's in two narratives. So you follow, one of the main characters is Fallon, and we follow her more often than not, and she has always been told these stories about this town called Weeping Hollows, and everything basically it seems like it's just stories. It's just like old bedtime scary stories or whatnot. She didn't ever realize that she had a tie to the town until she starts getting letters from her grandfather and basically asking her to come to Weeping Hollow. And this town is so, it's a little weird. Like it's blocked off from the rest of the world. Like the rest of the world doesn't know that this town exists. And it's all protected. And it's in northern Maine, way northern Maine. So like, some of the dialogue was a little interesting, because you get that Maine coastal accent through the book, surprisingly while you read it. But so yeah, we follow Fallon as she goes to this town, meets her grandfather for the very first time ever, and then as like she's being toured around the town, we meet the other main character who's kind of telling a little bit of the story. Julian Blackwell, he is a Hollow Heathen, and basically he's cursed. Him and 4 other guys are cursed, and they are basically, the town's bad people. So of course, obviously, she has to fall for him. But, and just watching her just kind of get used to the town, taking care of her grandfather, also while learning why, she was taken away from this town because she was born in there, and trying to learn about her mother and her father and her ancestry and just the history of the town and what it has to do with her. And then we follow Julian, like trying to break the curse on him and his friends, all while trying not to die, and uncovering that the town is more corrupt than that he initially thought, because the town's kind of ruled by 2 different covens, and they're constantly waging wars against each other. Like, not completely raging wars, but kinda, they have battles of wits over who's really gonna be commanding this town. But yeah, so it's really, really good. Definitely liked it. It was super hooked into it pretty damn fast. And I found that like when I wasn't reading, I was constantly thinking about it, so made me want to read the book faster. Unfortunately, it's, Julian and Fallon's story it's done. So like the way this series is going to be working is that it's a standalone interconnected series. So we're getting, I guess, different viewpoints from different characters or different parts of the town or whatnot. so we get a bigger scope of it. But like the way I mentally pictured this town was, if you've ever seen Halloween Town, Disney's Halloween Town, kind of like that, but just without the make-believe characters. So, you know, you didn't have jack-o'-lanterns walking around, you didn't have werewolves or vampires or anything like that. They're all people, they're all witches, but like the atmosphere, the aesthetics of the town was very much like this. It's like, oh man, I really kind of want to live in this town. You know, it's all very, you know, mysterious and really, really cool. They do follow, you know, they have different things going on, different traditions for the town that was really freaking cool. The author did a really good job building this town. It was so awesome, and I wanted to live there. So there's a couple little things that I didn't quite like about, or not necessarily say I didn't quite like it, was that I felt like it could have been worked on better. So I feel like out of the two main characters, Fallon and Julian, I felt Julian was more well-rounded, better written than Fallon. But some of the things that was told through Julian's perspective didn't feel like a man was talking. So that's kind of the unfortunate thing. It's like I kind of was like, this seems more like a woman will be saying this or describing it and not a man. Not necessarily that's a bad thing, just like I had that mentality of, I had that mental thing of, if I'm reading a guy's perspective, I kind of expected a guy's perspective. But not necessarily good or bad thing, just like it did kind of pull me out of the story a little bit each time we switched back to Julian. And it could be just me. But Fallon, I felt like some of the things that she did, she jumped to conclusions way too quickly. For me, I felt like, and like some of the things that we kind of learned about her through Julian's eyes didn't quite come off as, it's some things were explained a little too quickly, maybe, or maybe not quite well enough. Like, apparently Fallon is like I don't know, just innocent maybe or whatnot, and we don't really see that much with Fallon, but Julian sees it. Yeah, I don't know. It was a little weird. But Fallon was one of the characters that really, I mean, when she made her decision, and she stuck with it, come hell or high water. So she was a really good character to read. Oh, there are a ton of Stephen King references in this story. Like, I went through it and it's like, holy crap, is this book trying to like jump into Stephen King's world here? But yeah, it definitely had a very strong Stephen King feel to it. Really kind of awesome. So those were those Easter eggs that were great. I think all in all, I would rate this book maybe a 4.5 out of 5 stars. It was really, really good. Just a couple little things, just kind of like dwindled down. The ending happened really, really fast. Like, I was at like 98% done with the book when, according to my phone, when the ending happened. Like, it happened really, really fast, and it only happened within a couple of pages, and I wish that there was more information of, like, the town, like, the two warring covens, other than what was being told to us. Like, I wanted a bit more in-depth history with it. Like, I wanted Fallon to see more proof that, both sides of the town is corrupt. Other than just taking everyone's word for it or whatever. I wanted more, like, I wanted more out of the town or whatnot. I wanted there to be a bigger plot with the town, other than, Fallon falling for Julian and Julian trying to break the curse. and stuff like that. I wanted to do a bit more mystery or a stronger hook. But other than that, it was really, really freaking good. Like, I've been trying to go through, like, my Kindle app, trying to find other books that are very similar to it, or if not, or better. But, yeah, I'm just kind of, like, overwhelmed right now, so I stopped looking. But anyways, but yeah, it's, like I said, it was really freaking good. I loved the spooky atmosphere to it. The, you know, almost felt like a mystery bedtime story that's kind of like a dream. It's really hard to describe, but it was really awesome. Check that out. Sorry, I'm rambling like crazy, but check that out. It's Heathens, and you can get it on like Kindle Unlimited for like, I don't know, I think I bought it for like $4.99 or whatnot. The next book in the I guess timeline series, whatever you want to call it, it's called Bone Island, and I'm not quite sure like how that ties in yet, but I'm really interested in it, and I really hope that it comes out soon. I think it comes out in fall or winter. Oh, and that's another thing that reminded me. Another reason why I kind of would give it like a 4.5 out of 5 stars. The writing. It's not terrible. It's not bad. Not bad at all. It's actually really good writing. But there were some things that I feel like was maybe done a bit too hard, like trying to come off mysterious or just kind of maybe spooky, or like, no pun intended, kind of a gothic poetic type. But it was just a little different. Some of the words, some of the word choices, word combinations or whatnot, lended to a different feel. And some of it, I felt like it was just a bit like they were trying a bit too hard. But overall, freaking loved it. But anyways, sorry, I had to add that in there. But anyways, that's my rambling review for Heathens, by Nicole F, because I'm not going to pronounce her name because I'm going to freaking ruin it. But anyways, if you haven't read it, totally check it out, and enjoy it as much as I did, because it was actually really freaking good. And if you have read it, how did you feel about it? Did you like it? Was it awesome? Did you want to kind of step into Weeping Hollow and live in this mysterious cut off from the world town? Because that sounds like a really freaking awesome idea. Especially like with all the spooky witchiness and Halloween. Oh, come on. But anyways, yeah, so tell me what you think, and I will catch y'all next time with my next book review. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share us with your friends. If you have any bookworms in your life. And other than that, we'll catch you next time. Bye.